Payback 2020. Roman Reigns becomes the Universal Champion. But September 27th, 2020. September 27th, 2020. That is an important date. That date was the birth of the Tribal Chief. The crowning of the Tribal Chief. On that day, Roman Reigns defeated his cousin, Jey Uso. He was no longer Roman Reigns of the Shield, the heavy, the guy with the Shield armor and the Shield music. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table. At that point, that character was born, and at that point, we started a 3-year storyline that will eventually culminate with someone taking the belt off Roman Reigns. Now, Roman Reigns has been the Tribal Chief for about 3 years. He's also held the Universal title for about 3 years. Going into WrestleMania, he's going to be facing Cody Rhodes. In Elimination Chamber, he's going to be facing Sami Zayn. And I personally think that neither of these men would be the appropriate ending to this storyline. Box office-wise, the obvious ending to the story would be The Rock. Ironically, who is not related to Roman Reigns by blood, but they are called the Bloodline. He is related through some family tie, but biologically they're not related to each other, which is hilarious when you think about the Bloodline storyline. But the perfect person to end this storyline would be Jey Uso. Jey Uso was beaten and bloodied back on that date of September 27th, 2020, and he was beaten until he couldn't continue. And then they had the Hell in a Cell match at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view the next show, and then he was forced to quit, not because he was in so much physical pain, because Roman Reigns took out Jimmy Uso. He put Jimmy Uso in a sleeper hold when Jimmy was still injured, and that forced Jey to quit. He beat Jey mentally. He didn't beat Jey physically, he beat him mentally. And he subjugated Jey. He traumatized Jey, and he has taken over Jey. He has made Jey his right-hand man, beating him into submission. You have people like Sami Zayn coming into the storyline wanting to join the Bloodline and then getting turned on by the Bloodline and turning on the Bloodline. And that is a great storyline, and that's a fantastic storyline, but the storyline of the Bloodline, the storyline of the Tribal Chief, started way before that. It started nearly 3 years ago. Jey Uso is the guy who should beat Roman Reigns. He is the person who should end the Tribal Chief. And he should be the one to end the Samoan dynasty. That is how the storyline should end. Now, should Roman Reigns drop the title to Jey Uso? Maybe not. Maybe Cody takes it off him, and then we move on to Jey Uso at the Backlash or the pay-per-view afterwards. But I feel like if you want to end ending this story arc, you need to go full circle. You need to go back to where it all began. And where it all began was with the subjugation and the defeat of Jey Uso by the hands of Roman Reigns. That is where this whole storyline began, and that's where it all should end. But what you guys think, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, too sweet. Later, guys.
We're on the road to 5K. Join Potato Club today and too sweet that subscribe button.